for your small conference rooms or meeting rooms, we have the 4-port unit here. In all the units, and that's also the difference from competitors, we have a surge protection, input metering, and we switch every single outlet. And we have high enterprise security layer, so you are able to encrypt the whole communication of the network. We actually won the Innovation Award yesterday. Yeah, so really proud of it because it's hard to get. And it's voted by all the AV industry, so everyone has to vote for it, and yeah. So here we show actually a room automation, so a power automation. So there's an occupancy sensor, and I walk into the room, the whole room turns on, and now I walk out, and after 10 seconds the devices will turn off. You can change the time of the occupancy sensor, so 10 seconds would be now bad because if they get no motion, then it would turn off the whole installation. So it should be better that you put it to 10 or 15 minutes, so they have 10 or 15 minutes to get a detection, and then it would be still on. And then if you walk out after 10 minutes, it would be then shut down the whole installation. Perfect. What do you use in Norway? Schuko, European outlets, yes, right? So for Schuko European, we also have that 4-port Schuko, yeah, and so that means it's actually basically the same, but just with a different form factor, and you can also easily install it to the wall. So we have mounting ears on it right away, so you can put it underneath the table, behind the TV, so you can choose where you want to install it. Yep. So let's go to the bigger ones. 5 minutes. Yeah, that's our Ferrari in the portfolio because it's our highest priced and best product. Yes. Because it's unique, we configure here AC and DC together. So we have AC 230 volt and DC different voltages, so 12 or 24 voltage. And the cool thing is, on the web server, so every PDU, smart PDU has a web server inside, and you are able to configure each bank. So this could be 12, this 24, this 12, and this is 5 volts fixed. And so you're able to configure it to your needs in that web server. Yeah. It's a smart power supply, so if you think of an installation where you just look and say, oh, that looks ugly because you have so many power supplies in it, you just use that and you have a nice, clean installation. You can switch every single outlet here, so we have 21 switchable outlets. You can do the power cycling stuff, and again, we have surge protection and power metering inside. Yeah.
Can you cycle USB outputs too?
Yes, so the USB and Phoenix are paired, so port 1 and USB 1 is paired, so we have 5 switching outlets here, but you are able to use all 10 if you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I choose to cycle number 5, I also cycle this
100%, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Okay, and then maybe also some cool stuff that is also a USB for you. You can also switch outlets here if you like. Yeah, so for example, I press select and then I hold OK. Then it will sequentially start the whole PDU. You can also block that in our web server. If you say, oh, a professor shouldn't go on that, so then you maybe want to block it, you can do that in our web server. And then another cool thing is, oh, I will show that there actually. If you press OK, you can, you have to film it. If you press OK, you see the IP address, and then you can log in on that PDU with the IP address right away. So you don't have to search for it, you just see it, and then you can log on it. Yeah. So then our medium range here, where we have different outlets, so ISE and Schuko. It's also unique because we are the only one who has 8 Schuko outlets on one RECU at the moment, and we have 12 ISEs on one RECU, so that's unique. These units that you see here, they are only switching per outlet, but this PDUs we also have with outlet metering and switching per outlet. So you can buy these units with outlet metering and with outlet switching. Yeah. So that would be then not 8031, it would be 8035, the product number.
You can use the temperature sensors.
Yes, to the temperature sensors we go there. Vertical, we have 30 outlets and 20 outlets, and here you see the sensors. On the smaller units, we have always 1 sensor port, and on the bigger ones, we also always have 2. So you can put 2 sensors on it, and the sensor here, it's extendable, and that's pretty cool. It's just a cut cable, 2-meter cut cable, and you can just change that cut cable. So you can extend it to 40 meters. So for example, in the room, in the ceiling, you want to meter the temperature, you just pull the cut cable up there and get it. You can also get all this data into Crestron, so the temperature you can pull into Crestron and see how hot it is. And you can put thresholds in our PDU and then say, oh, if it's too getting hot, you get an email notification so that it says, oh, it's too hot. And you could also then change, you can switch outlets, or you could do a fan control. So for example, on port 2, you have a fan, oh, temperature is too high, you turn on the fan. So that's also possible. Yeah. That's also the input sensor we used for the occupancy sensor. But in that scenario, you can, for example, use it for your podiums. If someone opens the door, you get a notification, oh, someone opened the door, and say, wait, who opened the door? They shouldn't use it, right? They shouldn't open it, right? So you get a notification. Or you could say someone opens the door and you switch a light so that you have better view in the rack, so that's also possible. So there are a lot of different possibilities just because of that input. You can also get this input signals to Crestron, so you can also use it for that, because you can pull all the data into Crestron, so that's also possible. Yeah.
That's a serial port, or is it an I/O port?
No, it's I/O. So serial port we have on the 4-outlet version, and on the rack we have a serial ports at the front. Yeah.
And that sensor, it's only temperature, or is it humidity?
Temperature, humidity, and air pressure. That are the 3 values that are possible. And most of the time, the AV guys or the universities buy temperature, humidity. Yeah. So.
Also, we are looking at monitoring solutions.
Yes.
So we have seen your logo as Utology and also Domotz.
Yes.
Are there other systems that are also working with?
Crestron, Cloud, QSys, Reflect. So we are integrating all the cloud systems. So if you have one, come to us. We try to integrate us. But most of the time, I tell you, we are open, but then the other cloud is not open. So, so these you just said plug and play. We actually show Utology and Domotz also at the stand here at the booth. So yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.